What's up, Reds? Welcome back to United Focus, another busy day of transfer talk at Old Trafford, so let's get straight into it. We've got movement on a potential new left-back, updates on Michael Carrick's midfield search, plus we'll look at how Newcastle's midfield chaos could actually work in our favour. Let's break it all down. Let's start with the biggest story. Manchester United look to be closing in on a deal for Newcastle fullback Lewis Hall. According to reports, there had been some resistance from Newcastle, who were initially insisting he wasn't for sale, but Hall himself is said to be genuinely keen on making the move. The reported price tag sits around the £60 million mark, and if it goes through, it would be United's third major signing of the summer, following the arrivals of Youri Tielemans and Andre Santos. There's also an interesting subplot here. Reports suggest United were actually offered the chance to sign Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly earlier in the week, but Hall remains the priority target. Part of the appeal is timing too. Newcastle have had an incredibly turbulent summer, losing manager Eddie Howe along with key players like Anthony Gordon, Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes, which may be adding to Hall's motivation to leave St James's Park. Michael Carrick has made it clear he's not finished in the market. Speaking from United's pre-season training camp, he stressed that squad depth is crucial with the club back in the Champions League this season, saying the business done so far has been good, but that the club still wants and needs more additions. And when you look at the numbers, that stance makes sense. United have spent roughly £85 million so far this summer on Tielemans, Santos and goalkeeper Carl Darlow, which is actually less than newly promoted Ipswich Town and Coventry City have spent. For a club with United's ambitions, that's a striking statistic, and it tells you Carrick isn't done shopping yet. Now for some disappointing news on the defensive front. United's long-standing interest in Bayern Munich centre-back Min-jae looks like it's going nowhere again this summer. The South Korea international has reportedly made up his mind about his future, and it doesn't involve a move to Old Trafford. Despite falling in and out of favour under Bayern boss Vincent Kompany and playing second fiddle to the Dayot Upamecano and Jonathan Tah partnership, Kim is said to be content with his role in Munich and has no intention of forcing his way out of the Allianz Arena. Bayern paid around £45 million for him from Napoli back in 2023, so it was never going to be a cheap deal anyway. But for now, this one looks dead in the water. Elsewhere, United are continuing to monitor Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton as the window enters its closing weeks. The 22-year-old England international is reportedly high on Carrick's list as another option for the deep-lying midfield role, potentially playing alongside new arrivals Santos and Tielemans. The problem, though, is leverage. Palace hold all the cards here, with Wharton tied down at Selhurst Park until June 2029. Unless United are willing to pay a serious premium, don't expect that one to move quickly. One more story worth watching, even though it doesn't directly involve us. Newcastle are reportedly turning their attention to Brighton's Carlos Baleba as a replacement for Bruno Guimaraes, and it's happening specifically because United have stepped away from that race. Baleba was strongly linked with a move to Old Trafford, even seeing his valuation reportedly drop to around £50 million, but United have instead committed their midfield budget to Santos and Tielemans. With United out of the picture, the door appears to be open for Newcastle to make their move, even if it's not yet clear how Baleba feels about a switch to the northeast. It's a reminder of how one club's decision can shift the entire market, and how United's business this summer is already having ripple effects elsewhere. Let me know in the comments who you'd like to see through the door before the window shuts. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more United transfer updates. Moving on. Manchester United join Arsenal in race for Jarell Quansah as transfer battle heats up. Manchester United have reportedly joined Arsenal in the race to sign Bayer Leverkusen defender Jarell Quansah, with both Premier League giants now stepping up their interest in the England international. United are believed to be in active talks over a potential move for the versatile centre-back, while Arsenal have already made contact with Quansah's representatives. What looked like a straightforward pursuit for Arsenal could now turn into a major transfer battle between two of England's biggest clubs. For Manchester United, this latest development comes at a crucial point in their summer rebuild. Michael Carrick has already made it clear that strengthening the squad will be one of the biggest priorities ahead of the new campaign, particularly with Champions League football returning to Old Trafford. And Quansah could be an extremely attractive option. The 23-year-old defender has only been away from English football for one season, but his development in Germany has been significant. After breaking through at Liverpool, Quansah was once regarded as one of the club's most promising academy defenders and was expected to eventually become a major player at Anfield. However, Liverpool decided to cash in on him last summer, allowing him to join Bayer Leverkusen for a fee believed to be around £30 million. That decision has now created an interesting situation. Quansah has enjoyed an impressive first season in Germany, gaining regular first-team experience and developing his reputation at the highest level. His performances have also earned him recognition from England manager Thomas Tuchel, with the defender earning a place in the England squad for the World Cup. Now, just 1 year after leaving England, Quansah could be heading back to the Premier League, and Manchester United appear to be ready to compete with Arsenal for his signature. According to reports, Arsenal have already made initial contact with Quansah's camp. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that discussions took place this week, with Arsenal exploring the possibility of bringing the defender to North London. The Gunners reportedly view Quansah as an alternative to Aston Villa defender Ezri Quansah as they look to strengthen their defensive options. But United have now entered the picture. Football Transfers are reporting that Manchester United are also in active talks regarding a potential move for Quansah, with both United and Arsenal said to have stepped up their efforts. At the moment, Arsenal are believed to have an advantage. The North London club already have a strong relationship with Bayer Leverkusen, which could help them during negotiations. However, there is a major problem. Leverkusen do not want to lose one of their key players. The German club paid around €35 million to sign Quansah from Liverpool, and after watching his value rise considerably during his debut season, they are expected to demand a much larger fee if they are eventually forced to sell. That could create an opportunity for Manchester United. If Arsenal refuse to meet Leverkusen's valuation, United could potentially step forward and try to take advantage of the situation. And there is another important detail surrounding Quansah. Liverpool reportedly had a buyback clause worth around €70 million, but that clause has now expired. There is therefore no automatic route for Liverpool to bring their academy graduate back to Anfield this summer. That leaves the door open for both Manchester United and Arsenal. For United, the attraction is obvious. Quansah is a young English centre-back who has already experienced Premier League football and has now added Bundesliga experience to his development. He is comfortable playing out from the back, strong in the air and capable of defending large spaces. Those qualities could fit perfectly into the type of football Carrick wants Manchester United to play. United's defensive department has been an area of discussion for some time, and adding another young centre-back could provide competition as well as long-term security. The club have already been linked with several defensive targets this summer, but Quansah's age and experience make him an especially interesting option. There is also the possibility that his versatility could be extremely useful. Quansah can operate centrally and has the physical profile required to play in different defensive systems. For a club competing in the Premier League, Champions League and domestic competitions, having a defender capable of adapting to different situations is a major advantage. However, United will have to move quickly if they are serious. Arsenal have already opened communication with the players' representatives, meaning Mikel Arteta's side could potentially get ahead of their rivals before United make a formal proposal. Left-back situation has just taken a genuinely significant turn. Racing Santander's sporting director Chema Aragon has publicly admitted there would be almost nothing they could do if Manchester United came in with an offer matching Salinas' release clause. That is an extraordinary admission from a sporting director, essentially telling the world if United pay €13.7 million, we cannot stop the player going. No negotiation required, no drama, trigger the clause, done. Salinas has been described as a left-footed Sergio Ramos, capable of playing left-back and centre-back, which gives Carrick positional flexibility. He is 19 years old, starred for Spain's under-19 European Championship winning team, and United's recruitment staff believe he is ready for first-team football immediately. Hall remains United's #1 target, but Newcastle are adamant he is not for sale, and with everything they have already sold this summer, Gordon, Tonali, Guimaraes, their resistance on Hall appears genuine and firm, so the logical sequence becomes clear. Make one final approach for Hall, confirm if Newcastle's price is truly unmovable, and if so, trigger the Salinas release clause immediately. £13.7 million. Youth and potential. Left-back and centre-back cover. Barcelona are offering €8 million and losing out because Racing wants €16 million. United can simply match the clause. The fact that Racing's own sporting director has gone public with that admission suggests they know Salinas is leaving and are managing expectations. United should trigger the clause this week. Brief update on Adam Wharton. Crystal Palace are playing absolute hardball with their valuation of the 22-year-old England international. £86 million is Palace's demand. United are still thought to be leading the race, but Chelsea and Real Madrid are also monitoring. At £86 million, for a player of genuine quality but who has had one standout season, this is a significant fee. United have been consistent this window about not overpaying relative to a player's proven track record. Anderson went for £116 million and United walked away. Fernandes went for £85 million and United walked away. Does the same logic apply to Wharton at £86 million? Given the growing sense that Mount's repositioning might solve the deeper midfield issue, combined with the preference for spending resources on left-back rather than another midfielder, the Wharton pursuit may quietly cool in the coming days unless the price drops significantly. Jed Spence, offered to United by representatives. Quick mention, Tottenham's Jed Spence has reportedly been offered to United by his own representatives. Liverpool also in the mix as the right-back seeks regular football after an impressive World Cup performance for England. United's preference at left-back is Hall, then Salinas. At right-back they have Diogo Dalot and Mazraoui. Spence does not immediately fit either primary need, but right-back cover is always useful, and if he is available at a low price following his Tottenham departure, it is worth at least assessing.